Alright everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video with Fat Phil, and in this video we are going to be talking about health mods. We're going to be explaining health, the way, obviously the way it works, characters that want it, characters who don't, things that, happen with health, all that stuff. We'll get into the mods, what you want to look for, right? If you have not yet seen my mod phases, right, I have a whole video where I talk about the different phases of modding in Galaxy of Heroes and how it applies to your account. Go ahead and watch that first and then jump back and watch this video, and that'll give you a better picture on, where you're at and what you should be focusing on right now. So let's dive right into our video. Like and subscribe, comment down below, guys. Let's keep, that subscriber number climbing and climbing. All right, so the health mod set, right? These are, this is the most common, the most versatile set in the game. And every character I show here does want health, right? Like both my Darth Malik here, if you guys look, just for the sake of, argument, right? We've got a lot of health on him, right? Same thing then with my Sith Eternal as well. I actually mod him for a stupid amount of health, right? So again, two characters that I mod, exclusively with health here. This is the most common and most versatile set. It costs 2 mods to a set. So if we go to Darth Malik here, you guys will see that we have, 3 set bonuses. Health, you get a 10% increase to your max health at level 15, right? So that for that set bonus. So for here, my Darth Malik is getting an effective 30% additional health based on his mod sets, right? And the same thing with Sith Eternal as well, who's got, 3 health sets. So again, this is the most common, the most versatile. You'll get these in rewards all the time. The Separatist Assault Battle actually hands out health mods as part of the rewards. You just get so many of these things that, you'll get a lot of them. And they are the most versatile. They go on, like, almost every single character in the game benefits from health. Again, Jack, this is for you. Please stop putting Relic 9 Cup in the comments. Hopefully, putting Cup in my videos will appease you and we can get that bad energy away and we can find something that's worthy of Relic 9. Anyway, guys, that's just a little bit of fun here. Jack is one of the channel members. I actually believe he was one of the first channel members, so shout out, Jack. All right. With health, there's the secondary stats, right? Like, what secondary stats do you want with health mods? And I'm going to show you guys a couple examples of characters here. So the first one we're going to go to is my Darth Malik. So Darth Malik is a tank. I have mine modded for protection, and, you guys will see that I have protection. And then, obviously, these 2 mods you can't ever change, their offense, defense. So I have him modded for protection because he turns his health and protection pool into just one massive health pool. So Malik, I've got modded for protection to get more out of that because you can get more from protection than you can from health. In terms of, like, if you look here at my Savage, you can get 16% max health, but you can get 24% max protection. So just, keep that in mind. But anyway, so my secondary stats here, if we go to this first mod, you'll notice that we've got health percent, defense, tenacity. Down here, you'll see another health percent and then offense percent, but it's really fast, 27 speed. Down here, right, health percent, defense, flat protection, and then we'll go to this one down here again, defense, health percent, tenacity. What are we doing here with Malik? Well, you can't have protection percent as a primary stat and then as a secondary, right? You could get flat protection like here, but you can't get it as a percentage. You notice over here, right, we've got protection percent, and then over here we've also got protection percent because it's not the primary. So with your secondary stats, what you always want to look for is, in a case like this where I'm modding him for health, right, he's a tank, you like the defense, you like max health, and then he even likes tenacity as well. So, you're looking for those secondary stats that kind of complement that character. But one of the big things you always want to look for when possible is that with a health percent mod, you want to have a health percent secondary where possible. And what do I mean by that? Let me go to my Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So here, I've got a health mod with a health primary. So I cannot have health percent down here. So I've got speed and I've got offense percent because he's an attacker and he wants a lot of offense. But here on the diamond, if you notice, right, we've got defense percent, right? And then we've got, offense percent and then another health percent here. So that combination of, your whatever your set bonus is, you want to try and aim for that as a secondary stat because you want to double down. You don't just want 10% max health. You want almost, here 14% max health. Down here, I can't do anything more. I've got my 16, but we're getting this additional health. So those percentages add up, right? Especially if you've got, health mods all over the place, right? Like I was showing with Malik, you're boosting those numbers. Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, another character, right? I've got, protection, and then I've got, speed and offense on him. This is, one of those mods where the offense is really helping him. And you could say, oh, but your Malik mod is faster. But Malik's, 4 speed on Jedi Master Luke is really not going to do anything for me, right? 4 speed on Malik can make a difference. And, my Luke would lose about 3% speed. And that's a lot more significant for Master Luke compared to Malik. So, understanding those secondaries again. Then here, we've got the protection primary. No health percent here, but there was flat protection, and that's because Jedi Master Luke is there, but we've also got defense there. So, understanding those secondary stats, right? This is something to, keep in mind. Sometimes when you get a mod like this, where there's no health percent, but you just rolled a crazy amount of speed on them, it's going to be worth keeping, right? Just understand that. It's going to be worth keeping, even if you don't get the perfect things because of how good it is. Then the last one here is Old Daka. So she's a support character, and you notice, just if you haven't been paying attention, right, we've got a character here, tank, attacker, support, that we're kind of covering all these different, types of characters. With Old Daka, right, we went with health percent, right? And then you'll notice that a lot of my mods have some potency on them. That potency and max health are super important for her. So you see everywhere we've got, just health percent, right? Health percent, health percent. And then over here even, health percent, potency, health percent, potency. We want to boost her max health, and we want to have her be, some potency there so she can land the stun on her basic. Again, you want to double down on those stats where you can. That for these, we can't get health percent and then health percent. But down over here, right, we can get that health percentage and double down. We can boost those numbers. So just make sure that you're doing that, right, with health. And these, again, are all characters that are going to benefit from health. Who are some other characters that want max health, right? General Grievous is another one who really wants max health. The reason there is because his unique ability, or his, I believe, is it his unique? Which one is it at? Or is it his, yeah, Grievous attacks deal damage based on his max health instead of his physical damage. So the more max health Grievous has, the more damage he's going to do. Here's just an example. Wampa. Why do we want max health on Wampa? Obviously, I've got tenacity, I've got health. Why does Wampa want health? And it has to do with his Omicron and GAC, where he's gaining additional max health. You really want to boost his health up because, again, he gives himself protection up, and that's based on your max health. So the more max health you're giving him, right, the more protection up he's able to have there. Wat Tambor, he's another one who wants max health. Why does he want max health? Because of his Overseer ability. Separatist and Darkside droid allies gain max protection equal to 30% of Wat's health. Now that's kind of a confusing sentence, right? What that's saying is that, we're going to take 30% of Wat's health here, which is, about 33,000, hit points, and that's going to turn into protection for my Separatist and Darkside droids. So again, by modding Wat for max health, you're boosting the survivability of your Separatist and Darkside droids. Royal Guard is another one. This is a character I see mismodded quite a bit. You want to load him up for health. And here's why. His unique ability here. If the allied leader is Empire, Royal Guard gains max health equal to 5% of the allied leader's max health, and then doubles his max health until the end of the encounter. People have done the math here before. If you remember Lord Vader lead, it turns your protection and health pool into one, unit, right? That it's all one. But Royal Guard's unique happens before Lord Vader's leadership takes effect. So Royal Guard will double his max health, and then his protection and health pool become one. So in this example, right, my 126,000 health turns into 252,000 health, with then another 85,000 protection on top of that, plus all the bonuses and other things, right? So like it's he gains a lot of max health here. And then finally, Vandor Chewbacca is another great example. I believe this one, yeah, here he recovers protection equal to 10% of his max health. Again, that's kind of like the big thing is that, look at this here. He's got 40% less max protection, but 80% more maximum health. So by boosting his max health, you're boosting his overall survivability, right? Protection's just not something you're really too concerned with him on. And then your Galactic Legends. Again, I've shown Kylo, I've shown Master Luke, and shown Sith Eternal. All of them want max health in some way because max health ramps like crazy. Galactic Legends have a very large health pool. That you look at my Master Kenobi, right? Only 45,000 max protection, and yet he's got 120,000 health. My Lord Vader, right? 191,000 protection, 121,000 maximum health. Then, Jabba, 72,000 max protection, 140,000. Like their health can ramp so much more, right? Even Master Luke, who we still want modded for protection, like at Relic 7, my Master Luke has less max protection than max health, even though his max health, look at how much less max health he's getting compared to protection, and he still has more. Because of the relic levels, they gain crazy amounts of max health. They can really boost those health numbers up. So, all those Galactic Legends, you really want to be able to use health with them because they gain so much more from it. And if you even look at their leadership abilities, right? Like you look at Supreme Leader Kylo Ren's leadership here, right? It's not in Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. He's a bad example. If we go down here to Jabba, right? Let's go to Jabba here as an example. Jabba, unit, 30% maximum health. Lord Vader even, right? Lord Vader, look at that, 15% max health, doubled for Empire. And I could go on and on. Like Kenobi and Rey both have bonuses to max health. Like people, they love to give out the max health. Now, there are a couple of characters that we want to avoid max health on for one reason or another, right? So I'm going to go through those right here. So General Skywalker. The big reason we want to avoid health on General Skywalker is because of his unique ability where, is it unique or his leadership? So yeah, it has to do with the way that he gains max protection, 15% max protection for each other 501st ally. So you load him up with protection. And remember that while he has protection, right, he has taunt, and, other 501st units can't drop below 100% health. So, you have to target General Skywalker before you can kill any of the clones. The reason you want to load him up, you don't want as much health on him, is because one of the more popular counters is Commander Luke Skywalker, who, Commander Luke Skywalker deals exposed damage, which we'll get into down below, and exposed damage deals damage based on your max health. So by avoiding that max health, it makes your General Skywalker harder to kill. Another example, I've got Grand Inquisitor here. For the Reva mission, because damage over times deal max health damage, you want to avoid health in that situation. B1 Battle Droid, he does not need health, right? You look at his health pool, it's 1, it doesn't matter what his protection number is. He doesn't have any, it's literally, he has no protection, 1 health. That's it. So there's no reason to ever mod him for any kind of survivability. You just want offense and speed, with some potency on him. So you don't really want health. It's not going to help you. And then Dark Trooper is the last one. And the reason Dark Trooper, right, is that it's got 4 stacks and that 25% of its base max health, max protection, and is immune to max health and protection changes. So, it's already at 25% of these numbers. So even if you made these significant, it's really not that much. Like most people are eating through a single Dark Trooper stack with a single shot. It's just the way that it works, right? Most people can do that. So you don't need to mod your Dark Trooper for crazy survivability because he's really not going to gain that much from it because he's only getting 25% of that base in a single stack of Dark Trooper. Now, I was talking a little bit about max health damage. Again, damage over times, right? Applied from Lord Vader here. This right here, the damage over time effects. Those deal damage based on your max health. So one of the big things you'll see with someone like a Jedi Master Kenobi, why Lord Vader's so good against him, is because everybody's got this huge health pool, and so those damage over times just eat away at them, which is why my Jedi Master Luke has as much protection on him as possible, and why some of my other Jedi are that way, is they don't take that percent health damage from those damage over times. Another one, Darth Malik. His percent comes from this Drain Life ability, where he can deal damage equal to 100% of their max health. So if you get think of a Padme team. If you get them to below, they don't have any protection left, Malik can just delete them. You could have 100% max health, doesn't matter how many, he will delete you. And it's damage equal to their max health. So another good example would be like Royal Guard, right? Malik will eat through all of this, right? So my Royal Guard here with, he's going to double his max health and everything. So say he's got, the combined 300,000 hit points. Well, the majority of that is health. So when Malik does a force drain, he's going to take away damage based on his max health, not the total like max protection. So like his is 85,000 protection. If he does a life drain, there's only going to be 40,000 damage or hit points left on my Royal Guard if he did it as is. That's the way that works. Like it just is, or no, there's not going to be 40,000. He's going to lose all of his protection and then a further like 40,000 health from that, life drain because it's based on your max health. So again, max health damage there. And then finally, exposed damage, which C-3PO here. Where's it at? I know it's in here somewhere. Yeah, when they use a basic ability, they inflict expose on the target, right? Expose, if you guys didn't know, deals maximum health damage. So the more exposes on somebody, the more damage you're going to do. And again, with General Skywalker, that reason is that, he has 77,000 health, right? But he's got almost double the amount of protection. So you're doing far less damage to General Skywalker if you're using expose or damage over times because his survivability pool is based on protection, not health. So keep that in mind with maximum health damage, right? And why you want to avoid health. Now, there are certain characters who are immune to maximum health damage. Things like Jabba, like all Galactic Legends, if you read it, they take reduced damage from percent health attacks and massive damage effects. Again, massive damage is like annihilate, disintegrate, those insta-kill things. Whereas like Darth Malik here, he just says, reduce from percent health damage effects, right? Expose, damage over times, things like that. Darth Malgus, same situation here, reduced from percent health damage abilities. And understand you get the difference between that and this, where his damage here, where he's dealing true damage equal to 40% of his max health, that's different than, Darth Malik here, where he's dealing damage equal to their max health, right? That there is very important. That's the differentiator that, if you do this ability to an enemy Darth Malgus, you're going to deal 40% damage of your Darth Malgus's health. You do this, and it's going to do nothing to them, right? So understand that wording. That's very important to understand that. Another one, Kylo Ren Unmasked. He takes reduced damage from, percent health attacks, as well as OG Kylo. OG Kylo will also do that. And then Reva, finally, she's also there. I forget which one it is. There it is. Takes reduced damage from percent health damage effects. So again, there's a bunch of characters, and this is just a few examples, right, where, all your Galactic Legends fit in here, where some characters just take reduced damage from those percent health-based attacks. So, what does all this mean with health, right? Like health mods, why is it important to understand max health damage? It's how you mod your roster, right? If you're going up against Lord Vader with a team that is all based on max health, those damage over times are going to eat through you, right? They're going to just crush you. But, you go up against some of those teams like but you're also saying that, those max health, because of the way that their, kits work, you want more max health on them. Or, your Galactic Legends, they take reduced damage from percent health-based attacks, so you could take them up against Lord Vader, and it's not as big of a deal, right? So I hope this helps you guys understand health mods, helps you understand why I use them and how I use them, who wants them. I'm going to do this with every single mod set. So every single mod set, we're going to explain how it does, what it's going to do. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are. As always, smash that subscribe button, leave your likes, leave your comments, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.